All right, thank you very much for being on the call. One of the key things that we all learned in networking and in business, whether it's home-based business or traditional-based business, is that some businesses succeed and some don't. And if you follow the right people, that is usually a good indication of whether your business is going to succeed or fail. And following the right people and jumping in at the right time is always critical. And the proof is in the pudding here. See, I've been networking for 33 years. I've made six-figure income several different times. I've been a master distributor. I've made money. I've lost money. I've done it all. And we all have had these experiences. The truth is that nothing's really paid really good money in the home-based business market for multiple years, 3, 4, 5 years. We all thought the recession was going to be a gold mine for home-based business, and it turned out it got so saturated that it just didn't work out for most people. So I was on a mission to make people money, to put money in people's pockets. You know, when you put your money in the bank, it is guaranteed going to return you a higher rate of income. It's not going to be a lot because there's a ton of overhead in that bank account. What this does, what I'm bringing to the table, is doing the same thing. My attempt was to give 100% of the people a chance to make money, and it's happened. So I can make this statement to you on this call. 100% of the people, 100% of the time, will cash out in this program. Some will cash out in 2 or 3 days. Some will cash out in 1 to 2 weeks. Some will cash out in 2 or 3 months. Some it might take a little bit longer. But the beauty of this program is that 100% of the money goes back into the field. I talked to a guy earlier today, and he said, I'm too busy for something like this. I said, this is perfect. There's no website. There's no internet presence. There's no training calls. There's no meeting. There's no company. There's no rent. There's no owners giving money off the top. There's no phone bill, no heat bill, no electricity bill. There's nothing you can do to spend a moment on this besides telling a couple friends. So taking that out of the equation, he said, that seems perfect. So there's no rules, there's no requirements, there's no qualifiers. I've got an 82-year-old lady on a fixed income in this program. I've got people that live in trailer parks. I've got people that live with their parents. I've got every walk of life in this program, and everybody has $300. You can get in this program for as little as $300. We have a $1,000 program, and we have a $5,000 program, and I will get into that. Now, I've had the opportunity to get flown into many of the top home-based business corporations. I was on Survivor 13 years ago. 13 years ago, I got asked to do the very first reality show that came out, and I ended up making a name for myself on the show, not because I did anything great, because I fell into a darn bonfire. I passed out into a fire. I inhaled a big, thick cloud of smoke, and I passed out. The TV Guide ranked it as the 21st most unexpected moment in the history of television. Right after that, I got invited to have dinner with the President of the United States, who was a big Survivor fan. I got invited to Michael Jackson's house. I got a chance to work with the U.S. government and the Wounded Warrior Project in Switzerland and Austria and Germany. And I've had an amazing, way too much has been extended to me. But people will say to me that my success in this has to do with the fact that I was on Survivor. But the truth is that I didn't recruit ever any of the politicians I met in Washington, any of the soldiers, or anybody in the government that I met, or at Michael Jackson's party that I recruit anybody into a home-based business. The people that I have found to do this business is every single human being that I speak to. Because it's not qualifiers, it's not training calls, it's not meetings, it's not load yourself up with product, it's not auto ship, it's not tell somebody they're doing something wrong, you got to do it my way. It's just money making money. See, money is just a game, someone told me 20 years ago. They said, once you understand the game, you'll start making money. But if you never understand the game, you'll always be searching for it. And there are different ways to make money, and I'm not telling anybody on this call to recruit your downline into this, because it's not a downline type of business. I tell people you don't have to recruit or invite anybody to hear about this. But the truth is, when someone puts 24 $100 bills in my hand, it's going to come up in conversation. When somebody hands me 80 $100 bills at $8,000, it's going to come up in conversation. People will talk about the good things in their life. And once you start putting money in people's hands, they'll follow you forever. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people to start following us again into other opportunities that can be more career-like. I tell anybody, don't quit your job. Don't recruit all your downline into this. Don't retire. Don't pull money out of your 401k for this. You can start for as little as $300. Now, the truth is that everyone has $300. If you drive a car and you live in a place that has a roof and you eat, you have $300. So I have built relationships with people, the same type of people that you have. I have my UPS guy in this. I have my FedEx guy in this. I have the lady that delivers my mail in this. The guy that cuts my lawn, my chiropractor, the lady that gives me massages, the guy that works on my car, the guy I bought a used car from, the guy I bought a massage set from, the guy I bought a boat from. All of these people I talk to, I do an by the way. Would you be interested if you knew that everybody ended up making the $2,400? Well, everybody's interested in doing that. You know, there is skepticism. Skepticism goes back to doubting Thomas back 2,000 years ago in the Bible. People aren't more skeptical today than they were 2,000 years ago. People have been doubters forever. But once you start showing people, we have 4 professional football players in it. We have a professional hockey player in it. We do have a couple of reality show stars in this. We do have politicians. We do have big-time business owners. We have 8 attorneys. We have 3 police. We have lots of people with big names in this program. So you might ask, what is this program? It's simply this, a program I call Pay It Forward. People say, is that one of those pyramid deals? And I said, well, the truth is everything's a pyramid deal. What you meant to ask is it an illegal pyramid deal? An illegal pyramid deal is one where you get paid to recruit. No, we do not pay people to recruit. If I got in this at the same time as a guy named Joe Smith, and Joe Smith brought in or invited nobody to the program, and I invited 10 people to the program, we would both make the exact same amount of money. So no, we do not pay for recruiting, which keeps it out of it being an illegal pyramid. Also in a pyramid, the people at the top always stay at the top and always make the most money. In our deal, everyone makes the exact same amount of money. So if you really wanted to give it a shape, it is a straight line because everybody makes the exact same amount of money. So all you do is you put $300 in and you buy a circle. You own one of the circles. 100% of the money, 100% of the money that comes in goes directly into the field. And again, people begin to invite people because everybody makes money. All 500 people are talking about it. I've had people bringing 6 or 7 or 8 people in on their first day. I personally brought in over 300 people to this program. I mean, it's an amazing program because everybody makes money. So far, you only open up your wallet once per lifetime for $300. Everybody wants $2,400. But the truth is, probably everybody on this call could spend $2,400 in a single day on bills. Now, $8,000 starts to get a little bit exciting. And spending that in one day would be a little bit more difficult, although most of us could probably still do it on bills. Probably not enough to change somebody's life, but certainly enough to take the pressure off. That's why we formed a $5,000 program. Now, $40,000 is enough to change somebody's life. That's why 100% of the people jump from the 300 to the 1,000 to the 5,000. And it's the exact same people. Now, I'm not making any income claims or anything like that, but it's been done many, many, many times. And we're with the fastest growing group in the entire country in this program I call Pay It Forward. Now, I'm dealing with most of the objections that you will hear as you get into this. It's just $300. Many people have spent that on a dinner on the weekend. Many people will spend that at a concert. I spent $347 on 4 John Mayer tickets. You know, some people go to the casinos, and everybody has little hobbies like that where they spend $300, and it does nothing to change their future. This will change your future. Because if you take just $300, then you listen to the program, and then you go into the 1,000, then you go into the 5,000, that pays out $50,400. You open up your wallet once, $300 one time, and that's the way you do it. Now, remember I told you there's no recruiting requirement. There are no qualifiers in this. And people said, that's crazy. You'll never do it. Every network marketing company requires you to get 2 people in order to be qualified to get paid, because that's the only way that it grows. They told me that was crazy. The network marketing industry has less than 30% of the people that ever get 2 people. The average is 1.2 or 1.3 people. When I told people you don't have to bring anybody in, you know what happened? Just the opposite happened. Everybody started calling their friends like, oh my God, you can make a ton of money doing this, and you don't even have to recruit anybody. And they started calling people and inviting them. Why? Because they cared about them. If you look at the people that I know, they're the people that I care about. They're the people that I know that have experienced some money crises in the past. There are people that I know that got hit kind of hard with the economic depression. And guess what? This is payback time. Every single person that ever followed me into a network marketing company, I call up and I say, this is payback time. They said, what are you talking about? I said, I'm rewarding you now for every time you followed me into a network marketing company, whether you made money or you didn't. It's payback time, because 100% of the people, 100% of the time, went through this program. So this program works for everybody every single time. And right now, all 500 people that are in this program are in here because they want to be in here. I tell anybody right now, if you want to get out, you'll have your money back. Why? Because their spot is valuable. They're on the 2nd level or the 3rd level, and they want to get out. I can sell that spot in one phone call. The truth is that nobody really gets out because everybody makes money, and nobody leaves a place that's making money. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep making money. And remember, the people that sometimes can't get out of their own way, the only objection that I hear from people that is hard for people to overcome is they say, well, I'm going to wait to see how you do. Well, that doesn't really make any sense, because right now we're riding the top of that tidal wave. The crest is high. The momentum is here right now. You know, for $300, you know, when you really say to somebody, listen, if money's that tight or someone's really that skeptical, split a spot with them, $150 each. There's many different ways to skin this. And here's what I recommend. You don't have to bring anybody in. And I tell people it takes 30 to 90 days. We're at the top of that tidal wave. We have really good teams of people in this program, entrepreneurs that get it, that aren't going to leave money on the table. You know, I had a lady in this program that is a solid, sharp, network, very connected person. But the problem is she gets from the top row to the bottom row in 6 hours. When she got a phone call, hey, you're in the bottom row, she said, I haven't even had a chance to pick up the phone yet. She said, I'd be more than happy to be a testimonial call for you. We had people that will cash out of this program in 1 to 2 weeks. Multiple people on this call that will cash out in 1 to 2 weeks. Why? Because they understand the value of networking and inviting people to the program. Do you have to? No. Will it speed up your progress? Absolutely. There's one last group of people now on this call, and they asked me, they said, Mike, can I make $7,000 in 3 weeks in this program? And I said, absolutely. There's a program out there, first time in the history of home-based business, where they're cutting $100,000 checks the first week of opening the doors. Everybody on this call will have an opportunity to get in without ever opening your wallet, because you're going to get in this program and you're going to start accumulating income. You're going to have a chance to really make a positive impact on your finance. I had a lady from Florida get into this program. She said, how do I cash out in 2 weeks? This was when I first started the program. And I said, it takes 30 to 90 days. I think 2 weeks is a little aggressive. She said, I'm going to be out on the streets in 2 weeks. I will be living on the street in 2 weeks. 50-some-odd-year-old lady. I said, she goes, what do I do? I said, bring in 14 people. She said, bringing in 14 people is hard. I said, so is living on the street. She goes, good point. And she went to work. She said, I thought you said you didn't have to bring anybody. I said, you don't, but if you want to cash out in 2 weeks, we're going to have to do something really aggressive here. And I'll help you. And 11 days later, she cashed out for $2,400. 11 days. The simplest way to put this is, if you have an immediate need for income, then this program's for you. And I would be more than happy to share dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens, or well into the hundreds of people in your area that have already cashed out on this program, because it happens every single day. The mindset of having every single person that you talk to making money, I cannot tell you the peace of mind and the joy that will come to you, because when people trust you and you return that trust with cash in their hand, they'll follow you for the rest of your life. And I want you to get with the person that invited you on this call if you're not in it. don't wait, and don't let the people that you care about wait. One last thing. People say, I don't want to tell my friends. I want to cash out first before I tell my friends. Here's the problem with that. Your friends are grown-ups, and they're fully qualified to make their own financial decisions. Don't try and make a financial decision for somebody else. If your friends tell you no, I say, you know what, this isn't for everybody. I already know it's not. But I decided I wasn't going to make the financial decisions for my grown-up friends. And so I tell all of them about this program. Do all of them get in? No. But in the 90 percentile of my friends and my business associates and the people my kids go to school with, when they pick up their daughter, I say, hey, by the way, and I talk to everybody about this program, and I put money in the hands of people all over the world. And like I said, I'm available. Person advice, you on the phone is available. Anytime in the history of business has 100% of the money gone directly back into the field. But this program does that, and everybody's winning. So go win for your family. God bless you guys.